Hello everyone and welcome back. It's day 2 of New Japan and it's day 2 of SWE 2022 as well. 3 more big matches live from the famous Japanese town of Kansas City. Right, we're going to kick things off here this evening with a match between Hiroshi, Tanahashi and Hirooki Goto. Tanahashi making his first appearance of the year. Of course, we did see Goto yesterday. It wasn't the best time. Let me just double check. Yeah, Goto finished yesterday on -1, which does have him -1 overall in history. Tanahashi, I don't think he had a great year last year. He's a -1 from last year already. Only 3 matches for Tanahashi last year. A bit disappointing, to be honest. He's one of the top guys out there, so hopefully this year can be his year to really push himself higher up the rankings. As Goto looking to break himself away. So basically whoever wins this match will move up to 0. Whoever loses this match will move down to -2. So either way, it's a really important match for the pair of these. Really important match. At the moment, it does seem to be Goto who does have the strength advantage, but Tanahashi there with the backbreaker. Of course, Tanahashi one of the top men from the history of New Japan. However, Goto seems to be one of the top men from now at this point in time, to be honest with you. He seems to be one of the big names. He's the... Well, I don't know, but I'm recording this a day early, and I'm pretty sure that he defends the championship this morning. So he may not be the champion anymore, Goto, but it's very possible he may still be the champion. I don't honestly know at this point, so you'll have to let me know on that one. And we're getting closer and closer now on our rankings to having 1,000 names. We are currently at 890 names. On the male rankings, that is. The women's rankings is close to 350 now as well, I think. So there's a lot of action going on here. Ducking underneath there by Goto, then into the clothesline, dropping Tanahashi. Going to bring him back up, but Goto tripped by Tanahashi. And then Tanahashi ran straight in to the hip toss there. So I was looking at the rankings we got from yesterday. So Taiji Ishimori came out fantastically from yesterday. He's on +4 after that Bullet Club Elimination Chamber. The Great Muto, or Kenji Muto, is on +3 on yesterday. Well, +3 in terms of 2022 rankings. Overall, Ishimori is on +4 overall. And the Great Muto, or Kenji Muto, is on 0. Of course, he had -3 from 2021. And now he's on +3 for 2022. So, links up pretty nicely. If you don't know what I'm on about, by the way, these are the ranking systems we're using for all of our wrestling content on the channel. You can check those out in the description down below. There is a link and you can see exactly the numbers of wins, losses, and points that everyone has. And we do try and use these. I mean, they're not... Oh, Tanahashi gets the win. I mean, they're not locked in, but we do try and use these ranking systems for our championship matches and that sort of stuff. So it's not locked in necessarily, but it is what it is. And there we go. Then Tanahashi moves up to... Oh, he's +1 this year. Goto moves down to -1 this year. Of course, he came out even yesterday with 1 elimination and then being eliminated. And that's a great win then for Tanahashi. That puts him back up to 0. He had a tough year last year. Only wrestled 4 times so far in SWE. So he'll really want to get to a point where he can start to elevate himself into some championship opportunities. Anyway, let's move on. And here we go then, match number 2 of the evening. This will be Thunder Rock, Io Shirai and Mayu Iwatani up against Queen's Quest, which is Utami and... Oh, I've got who it is now. I've got them shorthanded. I think it's Utami... it is Momo Watanabe and Utami Hayashishita. That's it. So yeah, that is Queen's Quest. So this is another interesting match in our women's tag team division. I think both of these teams have not yet competed. Am I correct on that one? Queen's Quest definitely hasn't. Team of Io Shirai. I know Thunder Rock has wrestled once and they have 1 victory to their name, so they're looking pretty good at the moment. I did say yesterday we didn't really give the women's tag team division a lot of love last year, so I am trying to really squeeze in a bit more, and this is given a great opportunity at this point to utilize a lot of these different females. Being Japanese as well, it's allowed us to really squash in some stardom, which is what New Japan are doing in real life as well. There is some stardom involved in Wrestle Kingdom this year. And who knows, a couple of wins for one of these tag teams, and all of a sudden they could be in that championship picture. Mayu Iwatani, lovely leg lariat, spinning kick there on, that would be Momo Watanabe in the ring. On the outside, you have got, with the red hair and red attire, that is Utami Hayashishita. I'm butchering these names again. Right, let's go through this properly, right? So on the outside, just being thrown on the inside, then is Io Shirai. The lady in red and black is Utami Hayashishita. And then you've got Mayu Iwatani, who's currently just getting back up to her feet and elbowing Momo Watanabe in the gut, trying to get back in control. There we go. So that's who's who. I mean, we're probably going to forget again. Let's face it anyway. Utami Hayashishita now taking Io Shirai up on the shoulders into a Razor's Edge style position, and there is the Razor's Edge style powerbomb. She's going to go straight into the pin, but Mayu Iwatani is there to help out her fellow Thunder Rock teammate. As Utami now locking in the head scissors there on Iwatani. Utami Iwatani. It's getting messy, and I'm really struggling with these names. I do apologise. A lot of these are new to me. I know who's who in this match, but it's the names that I'm really struggling with. Wow, what a tornado head scissors there by Io Shirai on Momo Watanabe. And this is the opportunity now while Mayu Iwatani and Utami Hayashishita is on the outside. That's a mouthful. Hayashishita. Which you can't actually search for on the community creations because it has the word shit in the middle. Believe it or not. As lovely half and half suplex there by Momo Watanabe in the inside of the ring against Io Shirai. And this could be the opportunity here for Queen's Quest. Getting around the back and looking for a Regal Plex there. Oh, look at that. Bridge for the pin as well on Io Shirai. This could be enough for the free. It's not. There's the kick out. Iwatani now taking down Utami. Looking for a tombstone pile driver. Crossface locked in now, though, on Io Shirai. Mayu Iwatani trying desperately to break it up. She does just about do so. With a boot right in the spine. And now Mayu Iwatani slamming the face of Utami Hayashishita into the top turnbuckle of the red corner. I must admit, I think Io Shirai is struggling a little bit. I really came into this one because I know them more. I was thinking that Thunder Rock would win, but I think the Cosmic Angels have definitely been a more dominant force in this one so far. A slap in the face there by Momo Watanabe. Now taking Io Shirai up into that Deadeye. There's a torture rack locked in there by Utami Hayashishita. Spinned round into the pin. Will that be enough to pin Mayu Iwatani? It is indeed. And Queen's Quest pick up the victory over Thunder Rock. Thunder. Do. Right, and then I need to set the female rankings as well. Right, so this is where I've got to try and remember names again. Utami Hayashishita gets a tag team point, along with Momo Watanabe gets a tag team point. Io Shirai gets a minus tag team point, and Mayu Iwatani gets a minus tag team point. There we go. I'm good at this. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Right, there we go. That is the rankings up to date there then. I need to do that to make it look better. There we go. Right, that's that up to date. Fantastic victory there for Queen's Quest, Momo Watanabe and Utami. And here we go then with our main event of the evening. Another fatal 4-way elimination match. We've got Okada, we've got Shibata, we've got Kenta, and we have got Ibushi. Again, a point for each elimination, a point for the winner. So 4 ranking points up for grabs here. And a great opportunity for these guys from New Japan to really elevate themselves at the beginning of this year and show exactly what they can do. Kenta, the boot in the gut, another boot in the leg of Shibata. Now as Okada and Ibushi going at it. Ibushi dumping Okada to the outside. Ibushi managed to make his way to this match without getting injured, which is not like him, is it really? It's a bit harsh, isn't it? I say that because Ibushi, I believe, is going to miss Wrestle Kingdom this year again because of injury. Again, for you, Wrestle Kingdom Day 1 will have happened, so I do apologise if I say anything that's blatantly wrong. So what are the matches? Oh no, I'm getting... I keep saying Goto's the champion. He's not. It's Shingo Takashi's the champion. Goto and Yoshihashi are fighting for the tag team championships. Okay. So I'm just looking at the card at the moment. It looks pretty fun, actually. It does look pretty fun. A couple of 6-man tags to kick the show off. I mean, it's nothing special, don't get me wrong, but... I mean, Takashi versus Okada, Takahashi versus El Desperado could be really good as well for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Then we've got on day 2, that's when we have the Stardom match. Also got a 3-way tag team match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. I've also got the United States Championship. Kenta versus Tanahashi, okay. And the winner of Takashi and Okada will take on Will Ospreay on day 2. And then day 3 is the New Japan versus Noah shows, which should be interesting. I don't really know much about Noah, to be honest, so there's a lot of people I'm not going to know. I mean, there's a few names I've heard of. Of course, you've got Kenji Muto, we saw yesterday. Kenta is fighting on behalf of Noah rather than New Japan. You've got... also got, what's his name? Nabichi Marufuji as well. As Ibushi right in the middle of the ring there with a suplex on Shibata, who is making his return at Wrestle Kingdom this morning as well, facing off against an unknown opponent. So you guys will probably know that. It's a catch wrestling rules match with no strikes. Wow. Ibushi drops into the pin now on Shibata. Will this be enough for elimination number 1 in this match? No. It's only a 2 count. I was going to say that might end up being against Zack Sabre Jr., but it can't because Zack's already wrestling. Shibata now looking for the boot in the gut of Ibushi, but Ibushi fighting back, ducks underneath Shibata, and then up into a nice power slam as Kenta on the outside with a double foot stomp on Okada. The Rainmaker himself. Want to see better from Okada this year as well. Again, not somebody who was outlandishly good last season. As Shibata now locking in the chin lock. The sleeper hold on Ibushi. Will Ibushi go out? If he does, he'll be the first elimination of the match. No, he fights his way free. He fought his way free. Ibushi now dumping Shibata to the outside, and now Kenta is on his way back, leaving Okada laying in the middle of the ramp, and now Kenta taking Ibushi right up on the shoulders instantly, in with a GTS. Drops into the pin. Kenta looking for the first elimination of the match. And he gets it. Ibushi is gone. Kenta walks in, does the business, and walks out the ring straight off the bat, and Ibushi who had a pretty rough... he came out even last year on a 0, but now he sits on -1 because of that elimination. Boot in the leg there by Shibata. Sending Okada into the ring. Kenta into the ring, shall I say. That's takedown there once again by Kenta, but Okada's going after him now. Straight into the Rainmaker clothesline. This is what happened to Kenta yesterday. He got 1 elimination, then got eliminated himself, so he came out on 0. It could be the same case here for Okada, but he's taken a long time, Okada, between hitting that Rainmaker and actually going in for the pin. And that's allowed Kenta to survive. Okay. Well, it's Sunday, isn't it? Yeah. Shibata now rocking Okada with those clotheslines. Okada goes down. Kenta working over Okada, brings him back up to a standing base. But it's an octopus stretch locked in here by Shibata, but Okada breaks it straight up. I think he's looking at potentially trying to get these eliminations himself. As Okada up on top, looking to dive down with the elbow drop. Shibata now dragging Kenta. There's a strike in the back there by Okada. Kenta sending Okada back into the ring. Look at the big boot across the chest, but Okada fighting back with the dragon screw. And there's this sleeper hold locked in, but Okada able to break free. He wants to break free. Kenta dropping into the pin now on Okada, and Shibata breaking it up. Obviously these guys have realised how important these points actually are. And now Shibata locking in with the sleeper hold on Kenta, who's out. Kenta goes straight out, and once again, Kenta's not had a great... I mean, he's doing okay, Kenta. He's sort of balancing out in the middle of the pack at the moment, isn't he? About Shibata... Kiyobata, who was on -2 from last year, gets himself a point, which puts him on +1 for this year. But Okada hits him in with that Rainmaker clothesline. There's the pin. Will this be enough to get the victory? It is. Shibata may have got elimination, but it wasn't enough, as Okada, or Akaka as I've written in there, Okada, who was in +14 so last year. So no, he wasn't in +14. He was in +10 last year, and this is a great start for him to get an extra 2 points, which puts him up to +12 overall, which on the overall rankings puts him up to 7th in the history of SWE. On the 2022 rankings puts him in at 3rd. So either way, Okada is a very strong part of our roster. And Okada gets the big victory here this evening. Right then, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this one. By the way, I completely forgot to mention match 1 and match 3. So the starting match and the main event of the evening. Well, no, sorry. The main event of the evening was suggested by Omega Project. The women's tag team match, Thunder Rock versus Queen's Quest, surprise, surprise, was suggested by Jay. And our opening bout of the evening, Goto versus Tanahashi, was suggested by Mohammed, MZK Punk. So thank you very much for your suggestions and all your continued suggestions. Thank you very much, everybody. And I'll see you again tomorrow. It's not tomorrow, is it? I'll see you again soon for our next episode of Wrestlekindom. We'll figure this out in the end. My brain is just not working this week at all.